No, welcome back. Conor, welcome
back.
Starting the season in July, how challenging is that? How different is that for you guys?
What required from us was a different approach regarding the preparation for the season, but things are being well, and we are inside what we expect. So the more important that we start the official competition tomorrow, and we are ready to do it.
What kind of different approach, especially with the heat as well? I mean, it's going to be really hot tomorrow, isn't it?
It was a different approach because of the travels that we had to do, all the competition that our players were involved in. That they coming in different dates. Those that start before, the young players, the squad, all these things were different. But what was more important, I repeat myself, that we are ready to play tomorrow.
Conor, I know Nuno's obviously very used to this kind of weather. Us Brits not necessarily. And are you personally doing anything differently to prepare for what's going to be 30 odd degrees tomorrow?
I think we prepared in the right way last week in China because it was roasting out there. We've trained properly, we've done it right, and I think for us as players it's better when the competitive games come around quicker because they're a lot better than friendlies, believe me. So we're prepared right, and like the boss said, we're ready now.
Nuno, we saw Raul Jimenez, Roman Sison training today. Is the game against Crusaders too soon for them, or can they pick up with the rest of the squad?
Yeah, they didn't have the same time of stoppage time as the other players, and we have to manage. But they are ready. They are ready in case we decide. So that's the best thing. They are fit and healthy.
You've got pretty much the same squad as you had last season. Are we going to see a busy couple of weeks as the transfer window closes?
We know that we have what we have to do. The approach on the market is being done by the club, so we still have time. Things will go normally, as expected.
You seem pretty relaxed.
I'm always like this.
Well, Conor, would you like to see more players come in? Because obviously you've got a lot of games this season potentially.
Yeah, for us it's up to the club and what the club decides to do. Us as players are ready for when players come in to welcome them and hopefully get them up to speed as quick as possible, because when players come in we want them to help us as much as possible. We want to grow as much as we possibly can and help this club, and whoever decides to come in and whoever the club bring in, it's fantastic for us, and we'll just be ready to welcome them and hopefully push them forward as quick as possible.
One name is Patrick Catroni, who we've heard linked with. A lot of excitement when you hear those kind of names being mentioned. Is that a mark of where the club is now?
We don't speak about players that are not in the squad.
But you are being linked with big players. Is that a mark of respect for us as the work that Wolves have done and where they're going?
The links doesn't mean anything. What is important is what is the work indoors, the way we analyze and we make decisions. This is what counts. What goes in the press, it's normal in these moments of the market. Every day there's speculations, but we don't care and we don't mention anything about it.
How important is the Europa League? Some managers, don't take it, play that reserve sides and do different things. How important is the Europa League to yourself and to Wolverhampton Wanderers?
We go game by game. The next game is Europa League qualifiers, is the most important one.
Conor, for you playing in Europe, must be quite big. Must be huge actually.
Oh, it's fantastic. I think it represents where this club's come in the last few years, but it's a big game for us tomorrow. We're looking forward to it. We've mentioned about preparation. We've done it as well as we possibly can, and tell you now, everybody's excited by it, so we're really looking forward to it. Yeah.
Nuno, if somebody said to you a couple of years ago that 2 years on, Wolves will be playing in Europe, how would you have reacted to that?
I was not made that question. Nobody asked me about it 2 years ago.
And if they had even dreamed of mentioning...
They didn't do it. So, honestly, it was a journey that we started 2 years ago. I remember in that beach over there on our left side. And we were clear. We tried to build a team. A strong team that can play and compete in every game. So, this is our philosophy.
How much pride does it give you to be the manager of Wolves back in Europe?
A lot of pride, because I'm the manager of fantastic players, a fantastic group of men that want every day to improve. It's our third year that we start together. We know each other very well, better than we did before, so we expect things to improve.
Conor, Wolverhampton Wanderers have waited a long time to get back in Europe. You must be delighted to be their captain at this particular moment.
Oh, it's huge. I think it's huge to captain this football club on a daily basis, but more importantly to play with the players that do and play for this football club has been brilliant. So it's something we want to take as strongly as possible because like I said, there's an excitement building which we can't wait for.
And the fact that Wolves have sold virtually all of their tickets, Molineux is going to be a cauldron, literally, heat-wise and atmosphere.
Yeah, well, we know what Molineux can be like from last season. We know how important supporters are to us as players, to us as a club, and they don't half drive us on when we do play at Molineux. So we know what it can be like, and we need them more than we ever did. So it's fantastic for everybody to have European football back, but it's a big game for us, and we're really looking forward to it.
Nuno, do you give Crusaders every bit of respect that you would give a Premier League team that you were playing in the next match?
Of course, of course. No matter who you play against, it's about how you prepare yourself to compete. Of course, tomorrow's is a big game for the club. 40 years without European football, so it's up to us to make something special. So people, once again, are proud of us, and it's fantastic to be back in Malmo. It's huge. What Molineux give us is a really adrenaline punch that we must take over in the pitch.
I'm sure you're well aware of the fantastic history of Molineux under floodlights in the 50s against Honved. Iconic days for this football club.
I visit the museum. I visit a couple of times the museum.
Does it set the pulse racing?
It proves how big Wolves are. So let's try to do it again.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Was China fun, Nuno?
Sorry?
Was China fun? Did you
China
enjoy
was
it?
work.
it
China was work.
Mm.
There's no space to that word in our days. It's work. Work. Prepare yourself. Attend the events that we had to attend. The players were patient. The players were every day available to do it. As a club, was a big impact. We won the Asia Trophy, what means a lot, but was not fun. Was work. Was work. Every day was work.
I think what I mean is, was the experience of going there and all those people who came out to see Wolves, the equal of all those great clubs on a world stage, does that tell us something about not just Wolves now, but modern football, how big this whole league is?
Yeah, it's global. It's global. Football is global, and we are very proud that we went to China and we were able to compete against big clubs. And the ownership is from Shanghai. We felt good there, but I repeat, it was about preparing yourself, doing the right things in the right moments, and coming here stronger than we were before. But it was a good experience, and as a club, I think we made a step forward because the perfect journey that we made, all the stuff, all the details that we attend regarding the recovering the players, the jet lag, all these efforts prove us that when we work as a team, we can then do things right. So the stuff was amazing. So well done.
Conor, it must have given you an idea of where you, as players, are now, where you stand with this club in the world game now. To go and see that, for all that there was lots of work, obviously, that must have been an experience that really spelt it out to you and the players.
Yeah, I think as players we try and take everything in our stride as much as we possibly can. We know what this club wants to do and where they want to go, and we keep on mentioning preparation. It was perfect preparation for us because we're getting ready for a big season. But I think in terms of being players and looking at it in the future, we just try and take everything in our stride, and we did that with China as well. It was a fantastic experience, but one where we went there to prepare right, and I thought we'd done that.
Can you believe it?
No, it's no. Of course, I mean, you look at how the last few years have gone, and we mention improvements all the time, and we always focus on a game by game mentality, and that will never change. So, like I said, as long as we keep on embracing things and looking at the challenge we've got ahead, it'll be fine.